Kevin McDonald, welcome to Exeter City. How's it feel to be here?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, it's been a long time coming in the process. I've been here for a couple of weeks now, and meeting the lads, meeting the staff, and getting used to the surroundings. And once we had progressed with that, it was all about getting the deal sorted. And yeah, it's exciting to be here, and looking forward to properly getting started now.
You mentioned your surroundings there; they're ever changing around us as we await the new training ground, which is imminent. Was that a big part of wanting to get involved and those brand new facilities that you'll be able to make use of very soon?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously when I first came in and I came into this building as it is just now, and the first thing that was sold on the club was there's a new building for gym, changing room, showers, all these type of things that is ultimately needed, and it's going to make a huge difference to the club on the whole. The first team academy, everyone throughout it, you can see it for yourself. It's a lovely building that's obviously going to, the views looking out into the pitch show for analysis and all these things. It can only be beneficial, and I mean, listen, it obviously needs to change, and it's only a positive change, and it can attract players. Things like that can attract players. I've been at clubs before, and for sure these type of things can attract players first and foremost.
What conversations did you have with Gary before you came down?
He just kind of said, like, listen, we're it's a good bunch. It's a good family club, and everyone's going to be in place, and ultimately that's kind of where he kind of left that. To be honest with you, he just left it as, right, okay, we need a bit of experience. That's what we need, probably through the spine of the pitch, and obviously that's something I can provide. And I've came in and obviously realised it's the youngest team I've ever seen in my life. I put the average age up real quick, I did, but yeah, I mean, I just had a brief chat with me, and he thinks I can be beneficial to the club, and of course. I know myself, I can be beneficial to any club. I've always backed myself in any position, and yeah, it's something different. It is, to be honest with you, it's something completely different from what I've been used to. But I like to go out of my comfort zone, and here we are, and it's just it's good to get it all sorted.
That leads me in nicely to my next question. We're going to talk about your experience, Dundee, Wolves, Premier League with Fulham, and you've played at international level as well. I mean, a club that focus so much on developing these younger players. You see yourself not just as a teammate, but a bit of a mentor for them. Yeah,
as I said, it's a young team, and as a young team, you're doing well in the league, which is very competitive this season. The top teams, the big clubs, are at the right end of the table, which they should be with the resources and money they've got. And yeah, I can see. I like, first and foremost, I'm not finished playing yet. I know I've got a couple of years left in me, and I've already done kind of coaching badges and stuff. So it's something I've always been keen on is helping younger guys, probably more in the sense of playing with them just now and helping the guys around me. But at the same time, I don't mind the coaching side as well, where it's one of them ones I've got experience in that as well. So it can only be beneficial for young guys. It can only be beneficial for me and the manager of the club. So yeah, in any way I can help, on and off the pitch, it's no problem to me.
You mentioned, hopefully have a few more years playing. You had a medical issue a few years ago, and you needed a kidney transplant. That's quite a lot for anyone to go through, but for a professional footballer, it must have been difficult. But great credit to you, you've come back from it and continued playing. And what was that time like for you in your life?
Yeah, it was tough. It was for sure. It was a tough time. I'd known about it obviously my whole career, so I'd known that I needed a kidney transplant at some point. We'd hoped to see out my career, but unfortunately, things deteriorated over time, and things need to be progressed. Obviously, to get a kidney transplant in place, obviously find someone who's going to donate and stuff. Fortunately, my brother obviously donated his kidney, which was obviously the best thing in the world. So, but yeah, it was tough. It was, but once it kind of got out that period of being in the hospital and things, it was like, right, okay. I slowly got back to it, and I thought to myself, right, I feel much better now. I can get back playing here. It's not an issue. And again, once anyone puts their mind to anything, if it's possible, then you're gonna make it happen, and that's what we've done. And here we are now at a stage of signing, and during this season, much later than previously I'd planned. It's been a frustrating time. We've been in at other clubs, and we've been offered contracts at other clubs so far this season, and for one reason or the other, it's not worked out. But we're here now. I'm glad to get settled and get sorted and settled, and look to kind of kick on. But from a kidney point of view, now I'm the same as everyone else. I mean, I've obviously had a kidney transplant, of course, it's different, but in that sense, it's down to work, and I'm grateful to be able to play again. That's first and foremost. And it was a tough journey, but a journey that was well worth it.
It's worth mentioning League One is a league that you've played in before, and you've won it at this level with Wolves. And I mean, we can't compare ourselves to Wolves in too many ways, but it's all about having success of being in a team at this level. And we're going to face teams this season that we can compare to Wolves, such as Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday, Ipswich.
Yeah, I think success is obviously depends on where you are as a club. First and foremost, this club got promoted from last season, wasn't it? Got promoted last season, so to be sat mid-table just now and in a comfortable position as such, that is class is a big success so far, and obviously it's to continue that way. You don't want to be mid-season and think you're safe in this, and suddenly you start going on a losing streak, and you know what can happen from there. So, no, I think it's important to be in a successful team. As I said, I've played in League One, a couple of playoff defeats, and obviously won the league with Wolves. So I've got experience of the league. I know it's hard going each week. Saturday, Tuesdays, these type of things, and some of the teams you come up against aren't as on the same kind of football and kind of level as what I've seen so far at this club. And I know you've got to grind it out and you've got to work hard, and there's going to be so many dirty games and this and that. But that's part of being successful. You've got to go through these games to be successful, and that's how it is ultimately.